Hi guys, Jay here. I'm going to go through some recommendations and modifications for ways in which we might adapt our CrossFit linchpin workouts for kids. We're going to take a closer look at Tuesday the 19th of October. We've got 3 times 800 meters, rest as needed in between that. Each of those 800 meters will be max effort. Now, for our advanced kids, we're going to give them a really similar stimulus. I think for many of our children that have been active, played sports, done CrossFit Kids for a long time, doing 3 800 meters is more than appropriate for them. For our less experienced athletes who have done physical activity, they might be a bit younger, so you might shorten the distance. We might do 3 400 meters or 3 600 meters or even 3 800 meters if you think they're capable. You could adapt that into 6 400 meters with a bit more rest in between, running a bit of a shorter distance. Alternatively, you could, while you're doing this workout, have your children ride a bike alongside you, and they're just there with you while you're working out and maybe setting a pace for you. And just them being there is a great experience for them, just witnessing you exercise. Maybe you could run together for an unspecified distance. It could be that you go for a walk or a hike together. Really, these workouts are suitable for many of our children. We could adapt the distance for them or the amount of reps and amount of rounds that we do. For today's videos, we're going to take a closer look at some accessory work that you could do with some of your children. This could be as part of a workout. This could be as part of a warm-up for a workout, or this could be part of a cash out after a workout. We're going to go through some plank games for your children, and we're going to then go through some plank wars, and after that we'll go through some plank races that you could do with some of your children. To be honest, with this accessory work, you're only limited by your imagination with these, but these are really fundamental to a good CrossFit Kids program. Jonah and Ava are going to take us through some plank games that we might be able to play. One of the things that we can do is call out instructions for our children to do while they're in the plank position. We're going to go through some of those options now. So Jonah and Ava are going to get into a plank for me. I'm going to, some of the instructions you might give are, go down onto your elbows, up onto your hands, lift your right arm into the sky, lift your left arm into the sky, lift your right leg into the air, lift your left leg into the air, barrel roll, and barrel roll back, and rest there. With plank games like this, you are only limited by your imagination. A really good way to integrate this into your CrossFit Kids classes would be to use it as a Simon Says game at the end, and instead of having the children become out if they get it wrong, they get a point, and the aim of the game is to stay as close to 0 points as possible. Jonah and Ava are going to take us through some plank war games. The first game is I'm going to get them to get into a plank position facing each other. And this is going to be an open palm. So Ava's going to lift her right hand up and Jonah's going to lift his right hand up, and they're only allowed to push. And they're going to try and push each other off balance. And then the winner is the person who can maintain the plank position. The second plank game war we're going to do is going to be the same process. They're going to line up opposite each other, but they're going to grab each other's hands like they're shaking hands. So they're going to hold each other's hand. Good, and they're going to try and pull each other off the plank position. And this time, Jonah would be the winner because Ava's fallen over. Now, what I would suggest is when you're doing this to your children, try and match them up to somebody of about equal size and strength. Jonah's going to take us through one demonstration of a game that we can play with our plank races. You can do this facing each other, a bit like a quick draw in a Western. Or you can line people up to have a race. The aim of this is to do a full rotation, starting facing the cone, full rotation, end up back facing the cone first. So Joe's going to get into a plank position. he's going to, on go, he's going to rotate all the way around 360 back to the cone. And this can be done side by side, or you're only limited by your imagination how you want to set this one up. Ready? Go! And it will be the first one back to the cone here. Ava's going to show us a game that we can play with our plank wars or plank races. She's going to get herself into a plank position facing a kettlebell or a cone. And on go, she's going to tap with her right hand and her left hand and move along, maintaining a plank position. As you can see, we could play facing each other if you had enough space. Unfortunately, we don't have enough space in here. You could also have this as a relay race where you've got a number of team members lined up one after the other. So on go, Ava's going to get herself into a plank position. She's going to tap right hand, left hand, moving all the way along. Ready? Go! Great job. And you can see you could have somebody on the other side facing that person. Again, you could have relays. Ava could go up and back, then tag a partner. With any of these accessory movements, you can fit them in at any point in your workout. You can use them as part of the warm-up. You could use them as some skill work. You could use them actually in the workout in place of, say, a plank hold, or where we might use a plank as an adjustment or a variation from a movement from a different movement from a workout. Or we could use them as some cool down or accessory work to finish like a cash out at the end of our workouts. I'm going to try and add some more of these options in, especially on days like today where I don't really need to demo the workout movements for you. Have fun with this and have fun playing around with these plank options. Remember, these are a guide and you're only limited by your imagination with these options.